Hey there everybody, it's Chris Army back once again with another Starters Auto 7 video, this time upgraded to patch 1012, I believe. We got Von Lipwig and Red Swan ready to go. So a couple of 6 furlong maidens. Nothing really in the breeding there, but a pretty good horse all in. A couple of things that I might be a little worried about. Just a little bit. I mean, at least there's a grade 2 there, but a couple of the bars, I mean, confidence on Red Swan, enthusiasm on Von Lipwig, a little bit low. Don't know how that's going to play out, but we're about to find out. 3 million in the bank. I don't believe we've got any yearlings or any other horses in the breeding barns, so we're pretty much just rolling with these two. Skip to the result. We should win. And we don't. So, Rang Green. Always a possibility with these horses running green. So, it also said a furlong shorter. So, I mean, there is that. Was this at 6? I think it was. Yeah, okay. We might have to run them both at 5. I don't know. We will find out. 20th of January, plenty of time. Get our horse all ready. Okay. Let's get into Von Lipwig's race. Up nice and early. Boiled over, extremely agitated. Pretty much puts the end to that one. Yeah, I mean, not the best. I've got to admit. Really not the best there, is it? Really not the best. We've got one booked in on the 20th, I know. It's got 20 and 24 then. Let's see what we can do, if we can get anything at all on this initial set of races. There we go, we win a maiden. It's 5 furlongs, we win by 5 lengths. You know, that's pretty decent. Absolutely decent. So Red Swan, definitely a 5 furlong horse. Room to grow over a mile easily, thanks to breeding. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. And already, you know, almost a full potential rating, which is really, really nice. Yeah, maybe a graded race next. That might be the next step. We'll have to think about that one. We'll actually have to think about that one. Von Lipwig did boil over. We don't know why. Race 2. And it's not very good again. It's not very good. Struggled, benefit from the run, so ran green that time. Okay. Again, a 5 furlong. 21st of Feb. Let's give it some time. And then what can you run in? It's a selling race at 5. We don't want to do that. We've won a maiden. I'm now looking for a good allowance race or maybe a grade 3 just to keep feeding on down the right pathway. Try and get some graded races and continue their development. But first, we still got the small matter of winning a maiden with Von Lipwig. And there it is. It's rounded out there. Not very good, it seems. Yeah, tardy start. So it didn't start very well. Just about got up and ahead. But that's okay. It's not too bad. So, yeah, a couple of selling races. I could move up in distance if I really wanted to. But you know what? I think that would be a real bad idea. Yeah, there are a couple of allowance races. Let's just skip through some time and see what else comes our way. Okay, we are back. We have races. In a few days, we've got a conditions race for Von Lipwig. I'm not entirely convinced that we'll do anything in that. Yeah, honestly, I think that's pretty bad. Then we got one as well coming up right now for Red Swan. They don't seem to have gained any distance, so I'm willing to let them run and just see. Like, I don't think we're going to win, but, you know, top 3 would be decent at this stage. Coming out to a maiden, going into a conditions, it's never really that easy a race. So, I don't know these horses. I don't even know my own horses yet. It's far too early to be able to tell kind of how they run, where they're going to be good, and that kind of thing. So, let's see what we've got. And okay. Out of the gate's okay. A little bit towards the rear on the outside, but to come round the turn, we're not out of it. Have we got anything to fight? Have we got any fight in us? Looks like a really late push. Doesn't look to be anything spectacular from us, but a really, really late push. Yeah, I think we come in 4th there with Red Swan. Yeah, not really in contention. I think we probably would have been 2nd, maybe 3rd there with a clear run. We didn't get it. We end up 4th. It's not a bad run, but it gives us an idea of the horse. It gives us an idea of what the horse may run like and how good it may be. And that's not a bad opening, really. You know, a bad maiden ran green, but then won a maiden in quite some distance. And then didn't really get a nice run, but could have done something in a pretty decent purse race, really. So, that's not bad. For a 2-year-old, that's not bad. Now we get onto Von Lipwig. Von Lipwig is definitely not the better horse. This could be bad. But again, it's going to teach us a lot about how they run, where they go, how they do things, etc. So, not convincing maiden win. A little bit agitated and also a run green. So, we really don't know about this horse yet either. But yeah, it's time to find out. It's time to find out. What are these horses like and what our expectations should be like? The first couple of races outside of that maiden really set the bar for me, and then after that I look at where we can go as a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, etc. Not a bad start. Inside rail. Immediately though goes towards the middle or the rear, and you know, maybe is in line to get blocked off. Falls behind, 2 furlongs dead last. So much to make up. And now, even though we've got legs over some of the other horses, we're pretty much the fastest horse through that section. Number 1's coming through there. But even though that, we got far too much to do, and we've had to move up half the track just because we got blocked off on the inside and we didn't sort of stay with the leaders early. So, it's 6th. It's not a good run at all. It's not a good horse yet. It could be, though. That's what I'm waiting to see. Disappointing, but not really unexpected, I've got to admit. But we've hit our objective, which is to get as full a potential as we can, rolling into the 3rd season. So Von Lipwig is basically done at that level, and Red Swan is 100% done there. We've maxed out their bars. So, okay, let's have a look at a sale then. Yearling sales in June. I didn't remember what June it was. I hope it's... Oh, it's late June. It's late June. Okay. Let's skip to the next day, or the next race, I should say. That'll take us through until June. And yeah, we'll be able to see where everything lines up coming into this auction. And if there's a race that we really want to run in, we may run one or two. Okay, so it looks like we're holding that 10%. That is 5 to 6 furlongs. There are 8 furlongs in a mile. A mile would be roughly that 20%. And then when you're looking at about 40% of the bar, then you're looking at a mile 1 to a mile 2, 35 to 40%. Somewhere in the halfway mark is about 1 mile 1, 1 mile 2 range, up towards 1 mile 3 at 75, a mile 4 up near 90, and anything above that then is up to 2 miles. So it's not a realistic, not realistic. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not a rational progression in that everything's in a ratio and it, 20% is double the distance of 10% or so on. Or start at, say, 4 furlongs and this gains you another 2 furlongs. This gains you another 2 and another 2 and another. It doesn't work like that. But there are certain points on this graph where if you've been playing the game, you know this already, but where certain race lengths lie. So at the moment, we still look to be running at either 5 or 6. Breeding says 5. We won at 5. We didn't win at 6. So I'm tempted to say definitely back on 5. We could throw in here to an allowance race and just see. Looks like Sharon Soup's in there with a good record. Fermion Thompson, big record. Couple of winners in there as well. So I'm not entirely sure about that. There's a couple of allowance races, conditions races, and a grade 2 and a grade 3 in July. That grade 3, I think we've got a shot at with Red Swamp. 150,000. What do we got? Yeah, they're all pretty big races until we get back down there. That's Ascot weekend. We don't want to do that. Could do something towards the back end here and have them both race around the same time. I don't know, I kind of like the allowance race. That Tremont might be the one. Because these are all at Ascot. We don't want to travel for a race like that. So yeah. Let's slide Lipwig in there. 29th of June. Okay. We're at the race. Yeah, this is going to be a real test. A real test here. Go race and just see. That's all we're doing. We're just going to see with Von Lipwig. We don't need to do too much. 3rd or 4th would do me here. Give me enough confidence running into the 3-year-old season. A bit late there, but we are on the inside. Looks like the jockey's holding us back to the rear, and that just creates traffic in a big field. There's no way through. Now we're going to have to fight to find a path. So much movement on the bend, losing energy. Yeah, last in the lists. No way through. Even when we've got pace, there's nothing we can do with it. Terrible jockeying. Terrible jockeying, trying to put him at the rear there. I really don't like that. 5 races by the midpoint of the year. Yeah, the jockey's going to say it's tired. It's just done for the year. Basically, Von Lipwig is done for the year. We're going to send him out to grass so I don't accidentally keep racing. And then 29th, I believe, we had... That's a bit long. It's a bit long. Unless we gain distance. If we gain the distance, we'll actually run in that mile up. But yeah, we'll check that. We will check that. So, I don't know. I think we got a chance of getting a graded horse. Looks like we are holding. We are indeed holding right now. The sales. Oh, I keep forgetting you got to go the day before. The sales happen on the 29th, but if you simulate for some reason, it does the sales and it doesn't let you in. It goes to the day's racing, which is after the sales. So you've got to go an extra day early, so we lose out on a bunch more 1-year-olds, which... disappointing. Very disappointing, but it just means we simulate the extra 11 or so days, get to the race, and this might be the end as well for Red Swan. If we run well and win and look good, then maybe. We've got a little bit of a juvenile constitution, so, I mean, there is that. Let's save just in case. Looks like we are nowhere near being favourites. See, I don't like when I save and then it takes so long and locks itself out for a moment. I really don't like that. I really don't like that. Oh, okay. Let me find our race. Where are we? There we go. The Red Swan looks a little bit agitated, swearing badly. That's probably our race done there then, isn't it? So I'm just going to skip it. And yeah, in 5th place. Ridden in Park. Just, yeah. Yeah. As soon as you get those red triangles, the horse sweats up. You've got little to no chance to recover that. It sucks, but it's... sadly, it is what it is going to be, and that just really messes us up. Sure. We jump on past again then. Okay. We skip to the day's racing. We take a quick look. Everything looks good. Oh, please, 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 please. Do not be agitated. Do not be agitated. Nice run. Stalk the leaders. Nice bend. Sprint finish. Pick up a nice little allowance win. That's what we're looking for. That, to me, is the epitome of a well-run race on starter's orders. So hopefully we see it. I don't know. Lowest weight, lowest rated, worst form, rank outsider. Yeah, it looks like we've got 2 favourites up there. Benny looks slightly agitated. Luckily for us, we're looking okay. We might get a decent run. But yeah, I don't think we've seen anything from this horse yet that gives us confidence that we're going to go out and just like dominate a race from start to finish, as we love to do. Okay. Oh, late out the blocks. And now we are rear with a ton of horses in front of us. We're going to fight for a gap. We're in that second line. And now we're going to run the bend extremely wide, covering 3 times the distance as everybody else to become the horse to finish dead last. Maybe we're going to chase down 1. We do chase down 1. Brilliant. Absolutely terrible jockeying there. Didn't start well. And then after that, we were just done. I'm sorry, but this horse is supposed to be a good starter where, you know, it's got good stats. It should be better than that. That's the jockey. That's all there is to it. But I mean, you look at the jockey and he's, you know, pretty good. So that's what I mean. The game doesn't make sense. I've got a good horse in a race it should be able to compete in. There's nothing really to hurt it. Jockey racing, it's very good. I can guarantee maybe 1, maybe 2 at the absolute most in that field would have better stats than my horse. And yet we get absolutely blitzed away. It's very, very random at times. And it's very hard to take because I'm not doing anything wrong in the races I'm booking, the jockey I've hired, the horses I'm training. We got fully upgraded stuff. We're giving it all the help it can possibly get. And we're not getting any reward from it. There's a little bit of a disconnect in the game at times that does annoy me, unfortunately. It's my only downside. Starters Orders 5, 6, they were a lot better in... if you did the right things, you would have success. But you did get easy success, and it was very easy to get bored of a save because you were just dominating and breeding, and I get that. I get why they made that change. But for a casual player, for someone that wants to play and have fun, you kind of took that out the game. You kind of took that out the game. Does look like we missed out on a chance, though, to get a Grade 1 winner for $1 million. That's a little annoying. They don't come up in auction, like, very often at all. A couple of Grade 3s, a Grade 2 there. So one Grade 1, a Grade 2, and 2 3s. We're going to keep scrolling down for the year and see what else come up. Another Grade 3, so there's a Grade 2. So 1, 2, 5 now with those 2 Grade 3s. It's 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, and 6. 1, 2, and 7. There. 1, 2, and 8. So all of this year and part of last year, there's been 11 graded horses sold at auction. 1 is Grade 1, a couple of Grade 2, and the majority then, the other 8 were Grade 3. So, okay. I really want to see, there we go, a stamina increase. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming because we didn't really lose any... what's the word I'm thinking of? Rating. We didn't lose our rating. We held our rating despite having a terrible race. And that can be an indication that, hey, the distance has changed on you. Because you can see there, we ran okay, our rating went up. If we ran really badly, it would go back down. But it's held. It's held. Okay. So it looks like we're skipping over a mile. We're going straight to a mile 1, mile 2. And again, they don't really exist for 2-year-olds. So I think we're pretty much done racing this season, which means yearling sales 28th. That means we need to get to the 27th. That means we can go to the 28th year because it will put us the day before. It will put us the day before. You just don't go to the auction date. That's what you don't do. You don't go to the auction date. And then we skip. And we save. Because we did it right. Okay, 3 million. Couple of laid backs. Grade 2 in the bloodline there. Okay, mile 1, mile 2. I like those distances. There's a mile 3, Grade 2 as well. Okay. Galatian. Bolam, and Broughton. They might be decent ones to pick up. Okay. Galatian for sure. I'm not sure on that one. Okay, 3, that's about $1 million, 1.5, 1.8. Do I go for a big guy? I think I load them, but I just want to see how much they go for. I might be willing to pay $500,000 each. If the rest go my way at the right kind of... There we go. We should tap out about 3 at that one. Okay. So we've got number 1, Gracie Zone. And then Royal Beach, I want to know what this one actually goes for. 5.5. A little bit pricey. Little bit pricey. This one's probably similar. 5.3. But we should still have enough. We've got 250,000. So this will be another 500,000 horse. Then we got 3 at roughly 300,000 each. So we've got Robin Fairs, Maureen Falou. Why aren't they in? Why aren't they in? No, I wanted those. I wanted those 2. I wanted those 2. I ticked them. But why aren't they ticked? I'm annoyed now. I'm really annoyed because they were the ones I thought would be good. I'm tempted not even to look at these now and just reload the save. I've got to be honest with you there. Okay, we were able to roll back. Those 2 are the key ones I actually wanted. I can't even remember who the third one was now, but I want to pick up all the ones that are about 100,000. And then... yeah, there we go. Do we want to do these? No. I don't want to try any of the big boys. I've got... yeah, no, I haven't had success with small ones. These kind of guys here will go for about 300 grand. What's that? 5 of those? 6 of those? 5 of those. 1.5. Okay. And then those guys are about half each. Yeah, no. This is... I definitely wanted those 2. So we had to roll back there. It's not something that works quite often, the rollbacks. Kind of had to crash the game there, which I don't like doing, because it does corrupt the save now and again. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, here's the third add-on, I believe. In that they just added on to what I thought we were going to get, which is Bolton and Brom. I can't remember who the last one... I thought there was another one around here that was 100. I thought it was Galatian, but they're actually 250,000. Was it Galatian, though? I think it was. I think it might have been, actually. These were the 2 I wanted. Because these are both the laid-back ones. No, Broughton is not laid back. Oh, man. Who was the other laid-back horse? Who was the laid-back? Was it Laughing Lewis? It might have been Laughing Lewis. I don't know. Okay. Just a garbage. Stamina for days, but absolute garbage. Laughing Lewis is laid back. Okay, I got my 2 laid back cheap ones. That's what I wanted. Absolute nothing. I mean, that's okay in terms of potential, but then loses everything else, so... yeah, nothing to write home about. Maybe the other ones we got were something, I don't know, but... yeah, no, there were ones I wanted, which was the 2 laid back, I guess. That's what we got. It didn't work out, but okay. I'd rather do it that way and actually have what we wanted than just end up with a bunch of expensive horses and not the ones that I like to target. So, 27th of October. hopefully that's the end of it there. Let's go and skip to the next day then. This will take a little while. I'll be back when we're there. Okay, we have got to an interesting point. I thought I would run at a mile and just see what we've got. It's a grade 1 mile because basically there were like lots of these things floating about. Why not? We've got a chance at like just blowing something out the water, and if it's good, or even if we come close, we got the Breeders' Cup over 110 extra yards. That might be the difference maker to catch up to where we're going. And it's before the sale, so we got 3 weeks after it. So if we win, we win. And life is great. If we lose, then so be it. I mean, it's the last race of the season, more than likely, anyway. So, I just want to see a good run, though. I just want to see a good race run. Come on. Do something. Do something. Give me prize money. Rack your rating up. Give me hope to cling to. Good start. Good start. Terrible start. That's a bad start. So yeah, we're up on the inside. I mean, we've got some ground to make up, but here on the back stretch, led up by Kingpin Kilroy, Brianna Whitney, and Altona Bride. And we got Karinga Ratib. We got in front of it, stablemate Jacoba Breathe. Looks like we're in good position here. 2.5 to 2 out. Who's going to make the early running? We've got a lane to run in. We've got a lane to run in. Do we have what it takes to get Al Habib out of this one? No, we don't. But oh my God, that's second place. Oh my God, that's second place. And that was a bad start. We missed the break. I don't think that was on our distance. And we missed the break. We almost took the race. Just beginning to pick up. Yeah, no, that was... What? What? Like... Okay. Oh my God, I don't want to over-race the horse. That's the problem. I don't want to over-race the horse, but this looks like a pretty decent horse. Oh, bear with me, guys. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this decision at all. It's the big race. All the big horses are there. All the big horses should be running in that one. We shouldn't be in that caliber. We shouldn't be in that caliber, but we've got to run. We've got to run. I'm gonna go into one before it just so that we can give us a few days. Make sure that we don't gain another 20-30% of stamina bar and end up being far too long distance for the race. Oh. On the Beeb, and this is over a little bit more distance, which is what we like, and that's the horse that beat us. Is a grade 2 winners. It's not like an outstanding field of runners this season. It's a bunch of unknowns. It's a bunch of unknowns. Okay. Yeah, this has got me a little bit I thought it was the 29th. There was a yearling sale. Oh my God, it was the 27th. It was the 27th, not the 29th. And I went to the 27th. I missed it again. That's 3 this year I've missed on the exact day. You have got to be kidding me. And like, we would have probably have gone at these kind of prices, then Matrani Mavro, keep an eye on that name, Itak Romero, Adab Saijons, Nabucco Zane, Ngong Ride, Kaligia Patakake, all those would have been within that sort of 300,000 territory for us to take. Okay, so end of the year is one then. End of the year is one. That's fine. End of the year. There's one towards the end of the year. Save game and decide, do we really want to try this? Okay, we're holding stamina, so we should hold a distance. There should be a little short, but bang on, even though this should be the best of the very best, a $2 million race. Fit and ready to race. Oh my God. It's not being over raced. We've got some constitution about ourselves. It's a fine looking horse. It's got 80% ability right now. I'm nervous, but I've got to do this. I have got to do this. Have we won the last races of the day? Let's make sure we don't go too much. There we go. There's the turf race, which I believe is the one before it. Kinsale Dreamer, Fermion Thompson. That looks like a very decent horse. Excitable. So yeah, I wouldn't have bought that one anyway if I got the chance. Okay, doesn't look like they ran that well. Interesting. So skip this race, skip that race, and then we should be on ours. Oh no, this is the mile juvenile turf. That was the... What was that one? Was that the 6 furlongs? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's a fairly tight set of results. Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we are. Low rated. Everyone's on weight. I mean, form-wise, we're not looking that bad compared to some of the others. You know, we're not that far behind some. But yeah, I really don't know. We're going up against Karinga Al Habib again. This extra distance, I don't know. If we can get a decent start and we can, you know, get a clear run on this, I think we have a chance. Okay, looks like a decent start. Into the middle of the pack. Looks like we're going to be wide. We're going to run wide. Yeah, we didn't run the bend wide, but we are last. Now we're going to have to fight our way through. Biggest race of the year. This is not what you want. And now we're going down the blind alley on the inside. And this is going to hold us up. And now all of our momentum's gone. We're not in challenging position. And then the sprinters come through. And I'm sorry, but if our jockey had any sense whatsoever, that would be a lot better than the third place finish. That would be a lot better than the third place finish. That annoys me. Time to experiment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load up another version of the game. Keep this one open. This is what we're going to take. The third place is what we're going to take. But I'm just going to skip the day in the other one, and hopefully I can get back to before, to the last save, because this will be open in the background. I'll run multiple instances to try and get this sorted. I just want to see if we had a shot, because I need to know for my decision-making whether it was a stupid idea or whether, again, we just seem to be done by randomness or the jockey or whatever it was. So bear with me. Okay, that took a long time to figure out exactly how to do that without the other one wanting to close down. The recording software crashed twice doing it, so I won't be doing that again, but it looks stable now. Although I'm hopefully still recording. I'm going to have to pause this and check because the numbers have stopped going up. Yep, it seems to be recording. That's good. So, even though the software looks like it's broken, it's fine. For science, we got third place with a decent start. Jockey kind of held us back, and it didn't work out. So, oh my God. On another day, we would have won. On another day, we would have won that one as well. We would have had 2 grade ones, but not only that, we would have had the biggest race for 2-year-olds. That's it right there. 2 million prize fund. That is what we could and probably should have had. But yeah. Jockey made some dodgy decisions in the actual one. Okay, let me end this recording, shut down this instant of the game, or crash this instant, hopefully I crash the right one, and then just save with the third place finish one. Okay, I think I did that right. I've already saved, but I'm going to dive out. It's the only one we've got up. If I load this save, which should take us third place. Good. Okay. So, yeah. Oh my God, the jockey. Is it the jockey? Or is it the fact that we watched the race rather? Do we get better results simulating? That might be something to consider as well, because at least we know we would have won. At least we know. So, whatever it's worth, I can kind of take that maybe. There are mile ones. Doesn't look like many graded races. Hollywood Derby. Champions Cup. Who's in the Champions Cup? Some big rated horses. You know what? I'm not going to put in for a Japanese grade 1. I think it'd be funny, but I wouldn't put in for one anyway. Okay, so we got grade 2s basically we can go for. Do we just go for one? Maybe. Okay. Looks like we're first race up. 1 mile, 1 furlong. New distance for us is where we think the horse likes to run. Absolutely going to be the last race of the season, unless something else shows up that I just cannot pass up. But this is the planned last. So we got the outside draw. Looks like we're kind of okay, but we are wide round the turn again. I don't like that, but we're in a decent position. If we can get forward, we can cut inside in second place. That would really help us. I want the jockey to put a bit more effort into coming on the inside. There we go. Dive inside. Lovely. Just in time for the turn there. Just in time for the turn. That's what we like to see. And that gives us now a clear pathway to run the final furlong and a half. We kick ourselves out to give ourselves a running lane. Here comes Bold Perfection on the outside. Looks like they've got legs on the inside. Arena Elborus might have something. Bold falls off quite dramatically. Here comes Zanini Particular. Not going to be their day. By a few lengths, Red Swan will take the first graded race of its career. Should have had 2 grade 1s. Sadly, not to be. Ends up with a grade 2, though, to finish out the season. And with what we know, the experiments we did, and that race, we know this horse is genuine. We know this horse is genuine. I like that. I like that. That's what we want to run like. When we're coming up to a 4 furlongs, we need to be 2nd or 3rd place, no horses in front of us, clear running lane, and fairly tight to the inside, not right on the rail with horses that can, like, get in our way and block us, but fairly tight in, so we're not running an extra wide bend and increasing our distance, using up our stamina and all the rest of that. So, yeah, that wasn't a bad race. Wasn't the perfect race, but it's not a bad race. And I'll take that. I will take that right here, right now. I will take that. Okay, so what else is it? There's another grade 1. It's too early. It's too early to do that. And then a bunch of kind of trash races right now. Not even grade 2s. So we just won a grade 2. We don't really want to dive in before that. Let's go day before Christmas, selling race. Make sure we don't skip through that day and actually accidentally lose our horse. That would be pretty bad. Okay, remove. Okay. Skip. Save the game there. We got the auction to come up before the end of the year. Got 1.5. I can probably land 4 horses that we like. Stack Abbey's going to be 1. So Slack Alley, Goscar might be my 2. Yeah, that's definitely a 2 at that price. Slack Alley, oh. I don't like those cheap horses. So hey, there's 4 there that are probably going to cost about 300 grand. Yeah, it puts me right up in my territory. If there was another one I think would sell for 300, I could do it. I think we just got to see what Slack Alley is about. So get these for 320 a piece. And that means that Slack Alley can be another fairly cheap one. Probably about 150, 200. I don't really want to go above that. I think that might be a bit of an issue if we do that. Well, I don't think we needed to bid that much on the passage, but okay. Kind of messed up, that's on me. Jabali Fala. There we go, 300 grand. Love that. Nice and cheap. Nice and cheap just to see what that actually is. I'm sure we'll be able to sell that for a bit more going on. And then Goscar Ben is our last one. If there was another one, we could have fitted in. 300 grand. Love that. So, let's get out the auctions then. So, Drumbaloo Conti. Not a good start. Veloship Passage. Not good either. Jabali Fala. Oh, not good, not good, not good. Goscar Ben. Ooh. And the cheap Slack Abbey. Absolutely terrible. Love it. Absolutely love it. Our 1-year-old crop. We bought 10 1-year-olds. Trash. Pure trash. Red Swan was bought for $500,000. Von Lipwig was... How do I get this one back out? What's that button? There we go. Yeah, Von Lipwig was a 300,000. So we're looking in that range. We don't really have the capital to put like 500,000 on 6 different horses. We don't really have that security right now. We spent the facility money. We're building the horse money. Yeah. Von Lipwig's a decent horse. I want to see what they're like as a 3-year-old. Red Swan, we have belief is a really good horse. I guess we go to the 30th sale just because. See what's there. There is a grade 2. It doesn't seem to be very good. Handicap races we're not interested in. Some grade 3s in there where we come 4th, but that's really deceiving when you see kind of the fact there are only 4 or 5 horses in those races. Okay, Dead Last in a grade 1, 9th overall. Grade 2 finished 5th. Then back another grade 2. Couple of grade 2s where they're in and around the money. So yeah, mile grade 2. You know what? Solanges could be a decent horse for that, but it's out of our price range. But that could have been a decent pickup. So yeah, 900,000 in the end. End of season, we're not going to feature. We're going to be the worst trainer with the worst horses. But the 2-year-old guys, that Red Swan could have been the big dog of them all. Could have been. Von Lipwig didn't gain as a 3-year-old. Didn't gain any potential. Oh. I'm not going to see what happens. I'm just... Did I retire that to game pool? Oh my God. Don't want that in the game pool though. I don't want it in the game pool. I'm trying to auction these off to make my money. So yeah. Catastrophes all in. Oh, just... Yeah, when it doesn't go your way, it doesn't go your way. I was going to have 10 2-year-olds in. No, I got 9 2-year-olds and a 3-year-old instead. We run with Red Swan. We like Red Swan. Skip the day's racing. Let's just make sure they all sell at least. They're all about 300 apart from Slack Abbey, who was 85. Everything else was a decent price. Okay. Oh my God. I didn't expect the bid to stop there. Von Lipwig just absolutely terrible. Okay. Like, profit. Decent profit there. Almost double the money on Fizz. Profit. Little bit of a profit. Not great there, actually, for the laid back. I was hoping that might jump forward. Decent there for Drumbaloo. Decent for Zorro. And Versace as well. So we're making our money back. We now got more money than we had last season. We'll be down a horse, but with more money. So basically, by putting all these horses together in auctions, we're going to end up losing Von Lipwig. I'm just going to retire him at this point. I really don't see the point in keeping him about. And make a tiny, tiny profit there. But I think overall, we had 3 million. We're actually close to 5 million. We would have had over 5 if I hadn't have bought Von Lipwig back. We would have had over 5. I could retire into stud, but you know what? I'm just done. I'm just done with him right now. So we got Red Swan. First yearling breeding sales are in March. We're going to ramp up for March. And yeah, it's grade 1 time. Has that grown again? I think we might be at a mile 2. Oh, it's a mile 1, mile 2. Interesting, interesting. But this time we can buy 7, maybe 6, like at $500,000 each. Still have a couple of million in the bank as backup. So now we can start buying the 2-year-olds who cost about what Red Swan cost. And if we can get a few more Red Swans, we'll make enough money racing and through breeding and through just sales. We could make money through betting. It's all up to us at that point. We're in a really, really good position. So, yeah, I don't know where our first race is going to be. Honestly, it needs to be a big race, and I don't think there really is one at this point in the season. So, yeah, we're probably going to get on towards that auction, maybe open up with it in the next video. Till then, thanks very much for watching, guys. It's been a weird one where we should have won the Breeders' Cup and that 2 million pot. But it wasn't a beat. It wasn't a beat. We'll see as a 3-year-old if we can rack up some grade 1s. Red Swan will be starting off our breeding program, so there is that to look forward to. And we're just speculating to accumulate as many good 1-year-olds as possible. If they're really good, we can keep them to race and breed and establish our own breeding stock from them. Otherwise, we can just sell at a bit of a profit and just keep paying for the good racehorses, even if we can't get them to win, or pay for the breeding program out of that. So that's currently the plan. That's where we are. Not a great start, but Red Swan looking decent. Hopefully a monster 3-year-old season. And you know what, guys? If we can hit that up to 85 potential as a 3-year-old, that's pretty good. With the way she runs, with the way that her distance is accumulating, Kentucky Derby might be an option. It might be a possibility. It might not be. But you can't rule it out. That should be interesting. There's a reason to be hopeful after messing up a couple of times there in the last video. Or in this video, I should say. So, yeah. We'll see how that goes in the next one. Till then, I've been Chris Orme. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does help me out. Spread the word to your friends. You think they'll enjoy this kind of game. Let them know. And I'll see you back here next time. Possibly a Kentucky Derby run, Triple Crown, threat, possible, grade 1 wins. Who knows? And a lot more auctions. I love me a good auction. So yeah, see you guys there.